first weight loss mistake you're making before 9 a.m. is that you're not having any water before your coffee or tea. When we first wake up, we're already in a pretty dehydrated state, and by not having any water or electrolytes first thing in the morning and instead diving straight into a caffeinated drink, this can actually make that dehydration worse, which can really lower energy levels throughout the day. And if your energy levels are lower, you're less likely to go for a walk or to perform at your workout, and you're more likely to reach for an afternoon coffee or tea to get another boost of energy. And having that coffee or tea too late in the evening can really impair sleep quality, can really disrupt that melatonin production, and poor sleep is directly tied to weight gain. So very simple swap here. Just make sure you're having water before you have any coffee or tea. Which my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. And the second mistake is also coffee related, and it's that you're adding any type of sugar or any type of sweetener to your coffee or tea. Now, even assuming you had that water before the coffee or tea, if you're adding in sugar, this directly works against your weight loss goals. This is because sugar is one of the biggest stimulators of our storing hormone insulin. And when insulin is high, fat burning, or the process called lipolysis, is completely shut off. Not only is fat burning shut off, fat storing is turned on. So you can actually test out one of my zero sugar coffee alternatives with this video right here. The third weight loss mistake that you're making before 9 a.m. is that you're eating too early. Now, very early in the morning, we actually have high levels of our stress hormone cortisol. This is actually important. We need to have those higher levels in the morning because it helps us to provide energy for the body to get our day going. But something that happens when cortisol levels are high is that our body becomes much more insulin resistant. So that means more of that fat storing hormone will be released if you eat earlier during that more insulin resistant state. And this is actually where intermittent fasting can be quite useful because cortisol level peaks in the earlier morning, but it starts to dip down throughout the later morning and the afternoon, making it a better time to be eating your meal. Even starting your first meal at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. can really help to get past that cortisol spike, which if you're new to intermittent fasting, I do have a step-by-step meal plan and program to help you along the way. It's called the Complete Intermittent Fasting Bundle, and it's helped thousands of AM peeps achieve their wellness goals. I'll have the details listed down in the description below so you guys can check it out. Now, the fourth mistake you're making in the morning is that you're working out on days that you didn't get any sleep. Now, there are a lot of really great health benefits for exercise, but sleep is the master. Poor sleep can actually further increase insulin resistance. It can also increase cortisol levels even further the next day, and it can even increase our hunger hormone ghrelin, making it so that we'll be more stressed, more insulin resistant, and more hungry the next day. Now, unfortunately, a lot of people will sacrifice sleep in order to get in exercise. If you only have the time to be focusing on one or the other, getting high quality sleep is going to be the biggest priority. And then once you have your sleep optimized, you're getting great sleep, you're getting that rest and repair, then you can start incorporating those exercises and actually get the benefits of having those morning exercises too. Which leads me into that fifth mistake, is that you're not getting any movement in. Now, this is assuming that you get that adequate sleep. At the very least, it's really important to go for a walk in the morning. Especially those lower intensity types of exercises like walking actually helps to mobilize fatty acids, which means that it helps you to utilize fat as fuel. And on top of that, strength training, which really maximizes muscle contractions, can even further help improve that insulin sensitivity. So if you've gotten that adequate sleep, trying to get some type of movement in, whether it be walking or incorporating strength training, is a really great way to continue with your weight loss goals. Which, if you want to see my workout schedule, I laid it out completely with this video right here. Now, the sixth mistake really goes back to the nighttime, and it's that you went to bed too late, so you aren't able to get up early enough for any of these strategies. And this is probably the most common concern. And when I talk to a lot of clients, 9 out of 10 times, it's a completely avoidable situation. Yes, for some people, there are issues with work, but most of us are staying up too late because we're looking at our phone or we're watching TV shows. And because sleep is so important for achieving a weight loss goal, getting to bed early enough to allow for yourself to wake up early enough to then get that exercise in is going to be really important. So the biggest tip that you can do here is just to make sure you follow the no tech time 60 minutes before bed. So this means no phone, no laptop, no TV, no computer, 60 minutes before you go to bed. This will help melatonin to naturally go back up, which is our sleep hormone, helps improve sleep quality, and also doesn't provide the distractions that accidentally lead us into going to bed too late. Now, the seventh mistake that you're making in the morning is that you're eating your first meal or your breakfast with a lot of sugar, or really even any sugar. Remember, the morning is our most insulin resistant state, and sugar is the biggest insulin spiker. So you're looking at already a high insulin state plus high insulin food that can really double down on actively working against your weight loss and wellness goals. Breakfasts like oatmeal with honey, cereal, a glass of orange juice, pancakes with syrup, anything with jam. All of these are just massive sugar bombs. Instead, opting for a meal that's rich in those foods that don't greatly spike insulin is going to be your best bet. And this means getting enough protein for your body's needs and eating high quality sources of fat. So a meal like Greek yogurt with nuts and seeds and low sugar berries, or a low sugar smoothie that's packed with high quality proteins and fats, cottage cheese bowls, protein pancakes, egg scrambles, a lot of different ways you can go about this without loading up your first meal with a ton of sugar. Now the 8th mistake is that you're just eating fruit for your first meal, which means no protein, no fat. Because you won't have any protein or fat by just eating fruit, this means that you're not getting any of those satiety hormones, which are the hormones that tell us we're full and satisfied, which means that you're more likely to snack throughout the day and be hungry every 1 to 2 hours. And every time we eat, it causes the body to release that storing hormone insulin. So of course that circles back to why intermittent fasting can be such a great tool, but also why meals are going to be better than snacking or grazing. And the first biggest strategy to make sure that you aren't snacking and that you aren't grazing is to make sure that at each of these meals you're getting adequate amounts of protein. If you're curious on how you can actually calculate this, you can check out this video right here. Okay, the 9th morning mistake is that you're checking your phone before you do anything else. We already know that a lot of us are short on time, whether it be short on time for getting enough sleep, short on time for getting an exercise, short on time for making a high quality meal, which means that especially in the morning when we have the least amount of time, we need to prioritize the things that are going to work us toward our weight loss and wellness goals. And scrolling through Instagram or Facebook can really be a time suck. Now the 10th weight loss mistake you're making before 9 a.m. is that you're drinking pre-workout. And pre-workout is usually used to give you a boost of energy for your workout, and oftentimes those pre-workout drinks are going to be loaded with sugars. So if you need that boost of energy for your workout, the best type of pre-workout that's actually going to help you work towards your weight loss and wellness goals will be the unsweetened coffee or tea. In fact, if weight loss is your goal, you can check out my 5 tips to lose 20 pounds with this video next. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love this science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.